Morning, guys. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters and the Pathfinder School, and I'm down here at the Pathfinder School outdoor classroom. I want to show you a video today, or show you a product today on video that I recently obtained from a company. No strings attached. Basically, I told them if it worked, I would do a review on it. They did give me a discount code to put in my description box for you guys that will give you 10% off the product, but I'm not making anything off of it. All right. They did send me the product for free, and I have no problem telling you what's wrong with the product in this video, because there are things that needed to be figured out to make it work correctly. But once you get it right, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with this product whatsoever, other than the lack of instructions, which we'll talk about here in just a few minutes. This video is going to be directly related to Starlink. So I know there are a lot of Starlink haters out there. You are wasting your time complaining in my comment section about Starlink, telling me how bad or how evil it is. I do not care what you say. The comment will never get posted, so do not waste your time. Starlink is something that if you are a creator, if you're an influencer, if you shoot video and you're a videographer of any kind, if you're a business person that does business off the grid like I do all the time, Starlink is a blessing because it gives you internet access places you would not normally have it when your phone service isn't good enough for things like uploading video, downloading video, uploading content. All those types of things can be done via Starlink very quickly and easily, and it is not that expensive of a device depending on the plan that you choose to buy. And the Starlink itself, the whole equipment's only $300 if you get it on sale, and it's a one-time investment and you're good to go. But what I find is I can take it virtually anywhere and it works. So in an emergency, in a disaster, and I'm not talking about EMPs and all that wishful thinking that's going to happen in the future that we don't have any idea what's really going to happen. We just like to guesstimate and worry, and the sky is falling. But normal disasters like hurricanes, earthquakes, floods, things that we know actually happen, we're not guessing are going to happen. This is a very good device to have in your arsenal of preps because it will give you internet access. Even if the phone towers aren't working correctly, you can still message people through the internet without having a cellular connection through Starlink. So it's a very good thing to understand and have. Whether you personally like it or not, again, I do not care. I'm giving information for free, and I'm not making any money off of the sales of Starlink or the sales of this battery or anything else that we're going to talk about in this video. It's just a public service showing you something that I think works well. All right, so you can see this is the Starlink Mini, and it's in a case, a durable case that can be taken outside. All this stuff is kind of waterproof anyway. The Starlink stuff is pretty waterproof. You can see it's online. There's no cables coming out of this case at all because it has an external battery connected to the back of Starlink, and that's kind of what I want to talk to you about today. All right, so this is the external battery, a 35,000 milliamp battery, and there is the company, Orbynexa. It's the best I'm going to do, probably. All right, so I've taken it out of the case here so you can kind of see the Starlink itself. No bigger than a laptop. You could shove this thing right in any laptop compartment of any backpack. All right, so your Starlink Mini package basically is going to have the Starlink, and it's got a stand on the back of it here that flips up, and you've got an inlet port right there. You're going to get the cable that is proprietary and plugs into that, and it's USB-C on the other end, and they give you a cigarette lighter that you can run that off of if you're trying to run in your car. You can also run this off something like the Anker C1000, any of those power banks that have heavy duty output in the USB-C port, you can run that off of. Now, this thing comes basically with, I got a story behind this I got to tell you as we go here, but you get this case and you get the battery and you get a little shorty cable because this battery connects directly to the Starlink and makes it one piece. And they send you a USB cable. Now, I had a few problems with this in the very beginning. We'll talk about here in just a minute, but I want to show you how this sets up real quick. So really it's as simple as removing this bracket and it just pulls out. Taking this short plug here and plugging it into the Starlink itself, and then taking the battery and plugging it into the battery port. You're gonna slide that into that, just like this. Trying to do this one-handed, and not on a tripod here. Kind of tricky. Push that dude all the way in. There we go. I got it now. And then this thing just slides up inside the body of your Starlink, just like this, and becomes part of it, and you just lock it in here, just like this. And now this is all one piece, and it's got its own stand platform if you need that. It also has places you can plug it into tripods and things of that nature. Now, here is a couple things I want you to understand about this, because I definitely would recommend this product, okay? So don't take this the wrong way when I tell you there were some issues here. They're not operational issues. They're basically more instructional issues and understanding the equipment, okay? What you have here is you have an in, a power, and you have two outs. And you have a charge indicator here, and I'll turn that on real quick. You can see it's got 3 bars right now, okay? I just turned it off a minute ago to do this video. Now, your out ports are both USB-C. And those are made so that you can charge other devices on this battery if you choose to do so. Cell phone, cameras, drones, GoPros, all that kind of stuff. The in port here is a 12-volt banana plug, and it is the only one that will charge this battery. When I first got this battery, the only thing it came with was the hard case here, the battery itself, and a USB-C plug that was USB-C on both ends. I sent the company an email. I'd be happy to include it in this video. And I asked them how I'm supposed to charge this battery. And they informed me that the USB-C ports that are marked out were bidirectional. In other words, you could charge through those ports. So I plugged the USB-C cord into it, plugged it into my anchor, and the lights come on and they blink one right after the other like it's charging, but it never charges because these are not bidirectional. Right. If you notice that label in the box, it says that you need a 65-watt charger. Watts, volts, all that stuff is very confusing. I don't like thinking about it or messing with it, okay? So I dug around on their website and found the specifications for this battery. And it says that that inlet port is 30 volts. So I went on Amazon and found a 30-volt charger, plugged it in, and it works just fine, charging the battery, and it was about 18 bucks. This is a 30-volt inlet right here for this banana plug adapter, all right? So I bought a 110 plug-in adapter for 30 volts off Amazon for about 15, 18 bucks. Plugged it into this in port, and it charged this battery up in less than 3 hours from 0 to full. Now I'm extremely happy because now I have something that will actually fit into a laptop case or anything else very easily, that you basically just have to, once it's oriented and you've set it up the first time, you can basically just turn this thing on, flip it over. If you know the orientation on this thing is basically supposed to be north, you can just lay this thing down facing some direction of north pretty much, and it boots right up in a matter of a minute and a half or 2 minutes. You're locked in and you've got internet. All right, guys, so like I said, there's a few growing pains probably with this company as far as this battery goes. I think it boils down to they had a tripod that attached to your Starlink that was a battery to begin with that kind of, they were more familiar with it as a longer term product they've had for a while. I think that selling the battery separately from the components was kind of an afterthought for them. They didn't do a very good job of putting instructions in the box to tell you exactly what you needed to do to make this thing work. Basically, it's plug and play until the battery's dead. Then it's, you kind of got to figure it out. And there's no instructions in the box of any kind to tell you how to use it, how to hook it up, how to recharge it, anything else. So I figured it all out for myself. Again, emails back and forth with the company. And still yet, They've said now that they're going to offer a charger for this thing on their website at a very inexpensive cost, but they're still insisting to me that somehow the cable that comes with your Starlink will charge that battery, which it absolutely will not, because it is a USB cable, and the only charge input port on that battery is a 12-volt banana plug. So, still, they don't quite understand, but at least they understand now that you have to have a dedicated charger for this thing, and they're going to sell one. Again, you can buy them on Amazon, very cheap. Just look up 110 30-volt charger. Basically, it's a power supply. But when you plug that power supply into the battery, it charges the battery. All right, so you have a 35,000 amp hour battery on this Starlink. And so far, what I've seen, without the snow melt turned on, it lasts about 5.5 hours on one charge. So you got 5.5 hours of internet on one charge. If you're carrying some kind of a battery with you that you could plug into this thing to recharge it, like an Anchor or something like that, will recharge it just fine. Then you've got, obviously, the ability to recharge things. I haven't looked at solar recharging yet. I'm not sure you can put enough voltage into it to recharge it with a solar panel. That's going to be one of my future experiments. But for right now, I just wanted to tell you what my initial thoughts are on it after using it for about 3 weeks now. Some of the struggles that I went through to get it working, charging correctly. It worked correctly right out of the box, no question about that. The charging capability was the problem, but I got that worked out now. So I just wanted to give all this information to you guys. I'll put a link in the description box that you can use as a discount code if you choose to buy this product. I would highly recommend, again, I would highly recommend the product itself. There just needs to be some improvements by the company on explaining to people what you have to do to recharge the battery after the fact. And it wouldn't hurt to tell people how to hook it up, because the fact that it slides into the bottom of a Starlink is not as evident as you would think it would be. At least it wasn't for me, until I kind of played with it and looked at it as a jigsaw puzzle and figured out, oh, okay, that just slides up in there, and now it's one unit. I don't have to carry an extra battery. I don't have to plug it into my vehicle. I can just lay it out anywhere and it will work. So I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for school, for family, and for business. For our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends, and I will be back with another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.